Hi, I'm Mrs. Renan, and I'm really excited to join you in this course. I've been working with students with exceptional needs for my entire career. I started well, I won't tell you when, but a long time ago, and I started in an institution for students that were adjudicated juvenile delinquents. It was a small institution in Neillsville, Wisconsin. And so I really got thrown into it, as you would say. And I worried at first about whether I was treating the right aspect of their disability, whether it was the emotional part of their disability, the physical part, or the learning disabled part. And after a while, I figured out that it really didn't matter what was the primary disability or what area I should be really emphasizing. It was truly to work with the whole child. And work with the whole child and then go from there and not worry about so much what disability did the child have. I have special memories of one young lady who was 16 at the time. And I was right out of college, so I was 22, so there wasn't a lot of difference in our ages. And she made wonderful gains in that year that she was there. And then once their period of time, required time, in this institution was over, we did a wonderful liaison of helping the child back into their regular environment. And so my responsibility was to help them get back into their regular school environment. And I just remember that meeting. I remember her face at that meeting, back to her old school, if you will, and just the calm on her face. And then to watch her old teachers relax and realize, oh, we have a really wonderful young lady who's returning to us. And I had lots of good things to say about her. And there wasn't this beam or anything, but there was just this calmness in her face that I will never forget, because I feel that, we made some differences for her. So we kept up with her for about 6 months, and then if things were going well, then our relationships ends, and I always wonder, how it turned out for her, but I have really good feelings about that. So that is a story that I remember from many years ago, so you can see what an effect this young lady had on my life as well as many of my other students, and I just feel like that it certainly was God's purpose to put me there for her and her there for me as I was starting my teaching career. So we will begin in our textbook with the first 4 chapters being quite a bit of the legality of children with special needs, what the law states, what we're required to do as teachers. And then when we get into chapter 5 through 16, we'll actually look at the different categories and what, according to the law, distinguishes those categories or students that are recognized to be eligible for that category, what little differences there are between those. So stick with us for the first 4 chapters. It's a bit of vocabulary and a bit of legalese, if you will, but we do need to know that background before we can actually begin to understand the children. So I am so excited to join you through this journey, and I'm sure we'll get to know each other very well online.